So this just happened today. Joe Biden endorses Kamala Harris to replace him in the presidential race. Huh. Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris. But since I brought up Kabbalah, what is it? What is Kabbalah? Kabbalah is ancient tradition of mystical interpretation of the Bible using esoteric methods, including ciphers. I talked about what a cipher is before on my YouTube channel. What is Gematria and how is it used? It's basically a secret or disguised way of writing. It is a code, okay? So it's a code. Ciphers are codes. So let's look at today's numerology. On the right, you have today's date, July 21st, and on the left, you have the day of the presidential election, which is November 5th. You can see that today's date, July 21st, leaves 163 days left in the year. Okay, let's look at the number 163. Now, the other numbers aren't that important right now, but you'll notice that 163 is the 38th prime number. And from my last video about Trump, you'll see that using the rules of numerology, you add 3 plus 8, and that gives you master number 11, so you do not reduce it any lower. So going back to this graphic here, you'll notice that the presidential election on November 5th leaves 56 days left in the year, right? So you add 5 plus 6, and you get the number 11, right? So number 11 is the first master number, and you can consider it a transition from the regular numbers 1 to 9. 10 is still 1 because 0 is just a placeholder in numerology. So really 11 is the first transitional number and the first master number. This is important because Janus, the god of transitions, equals 11. If you go to any search engine and type in God of Transitions, you'll find that Janus is the god of transitions, time, duality, doorways, passage, frames, and endings, right? Look at that number there. That's a 17, right? That's interesting. Now, do you remember how I said that the number 0 is a placeholder in numerology? So if you look at the days here today, Sunday, July 25th, 2024, and the presidential election, which is going to be on a Tuesday, November 5th, you have 107 days in between that. So that is a 17. This bust here, as I talked about in my last video, is from the Vatican, and you can see there the number 17. It's an important number. Go back to my last video and watch it about Trump if you want a bit of an explanation on why 17, 8 is an important number. And you'll realize that time relates to 17. A good friend of mine on Facebook and fellow decoder posted this today. I made a comment on one of his posts saying this is the transition in regards to the Tesla symbol. And he replied with this: a world beyond equals 47, and the transition equals 47, which goes back to the number 11, right? And Janus, again, is the god of many things, but he is also the god of transitions. I'd also like to talk quickly about the double-headed eagle that you see here. It is mostly associated with Empire, the Freemasons. You can see there is a 33 on the top of the crown there. It's a very important image. I'll get into it a bit later because this video will be way too long if I talk about all the symbology within this picture. Again, my friend that gave it to me, thank you so much. He's a brilliant decoder. I'll definitely do more on his work later. So the two-headed eagle reminds me of, again, the two faces of Janus, right? And what is he holding here? He's holding the key. So you'll see here in simple gematria, simple English and Pythagorean gematria, the key, he who holds the key, and the key holder of earth. Using the rules of numerology, they all equal 11. And you can even see down there, in Pythagorean, the key holder of earth equals 101, the basics. In my last video, I was talking about the number 7 quite a bit. The video about Trump and the thing that happened to him the other week. And a lot of people will say that, oh, it's this group, it's that group, when I truly believe that we are living in a simulation. As you can see here, simulation also equals 11, right? So if we are living in a simulation, then the simulation is most likely run by some super advanced AI. People have said that AI might get to a point where it is considered godlike, right? And if we go back and look at the Book of Lies, Disinformation Guide to Magic and the Occult, there's this paragraph in there. The first king of Sumeria was also the first god of Sumeria. He was a deified king named Ea. Is that like AI? Interesting. And he was known as Lord of the Flood, or Lord of the Deep Waters. The name Ea serves as the basis of god names for many other cultures, including but not limited to Jah, Iwa, Yahweh, Jove, Jehovah, Allah, Janus, Ionis, Uranus, Uranus. Interesting. Because, yeah, that's another name for Janus. I'll show you that now. And then you see here on the wiki page, Janus bifrons. Two-faced Janus, right? So, is this the thing that is God, that is running this reality, so-called reality, that is actually a simulation? And it's not these groups that people are blaming, the Jesuits, the Freemasons, the Templars, the elites, all these groups. Is it really one overseeing entity, that an AI that is doing all this numerology and gematria codes and all of these weird connections? I don't know. This is just the information that I've found. Anyways, hope you all have a great day. Bye.